So as you know, well, when Joey and Chandler are together, Chandler's definitely more aggressive, like wants to play and have fun. And there's times when Joey just wants to chill. But Joey being the more laid back one, I think, will be like, all right, I'll play with you. But like,
right. But when he's done, he's done.
When he's done, he's done. And how do we teach Chandler, hey, you gotta leave him alone, bud?
In the beginning, I'd kind of just allow it and see how things go. But if Joey's getting really perturbed and you notice that if you're getting worried about it, then you probably should step in and just say, hey, go get a leash, put it on Chandler, and tell him to go get on his bed and stop bugging Joey. So in the beginning, leash on. It's going to be your best friend. Okay.
Yeah.
And then after that, once he starts to understand and starts to get it that when Joey's done, right? Once he starts to understand that, then you can drop the leash and not worry about it. So I want you to set up your beds, and you're going to ideally you want to have them a little bit more separated than these are. I'm going to guess probably between 3 to 5 feet. Okay. So that way they're not hopping off on one to the other. Okay. So what I'm going to do is actually show you how to get one dog to go onto the bed and then the other dog to go to the other bed. Okay. It's going to be a little messy in the beginning. So I'm going to invite one of my 3 dogs to go get on a bed. One of them should listen and do what I ask, while the other 2 listen and stay where they're at. If they don't, then I'll show you how to stop that and how to clean that up. Okay.
Gotcha.
Spooky, place. Good girl. Bandit, place. Ever so slowly. Nicey. Thank you. Chico, place. Lay down. Thank you. All the way down. Elbows down.
Yeah, it looks a little different when we do it.
Lay down. Thank you. Down. Elbows on the floor. Thank you. Break. Good job. Oh yes, looks a lot different for you, and that's okay. All right. Now, what did I do? How did I get my dogs onto their beds?
You called them by their names and said place, right?
Did I say, Spooky, come, place?
Oh no, it was just really calm. Kind of
very calm, one word at a time, and I let the silence sink in. I want you to grab whatever beds or blankets or towel or rug or whatever you can use as a place, and let's practice this exercise. Chris, in the beginning, and Rachel, it'll be so much easier for you guys to have leashes on. We're not going to be worried about perfection here. I just want you to be able to say, Joey, place, and guide him over to the place with the leash. Guide, not drag. Just guide him where to go. And then Chandler, place, same thing. Okay. In the beginning, it would probably be easier if one of you does it at a time, not both at the same time.
Hop off.
Perfect. Now go grab him. That's what the leash is for.
oh dear. Chandler.
Yep, no worries. Now,
Place.
tell him place. Do not reward him for this time. Oh, yep, get back
Place.
on. Now, I don't want you to give a command. Other than place, right?
Place.
Yep, back on. Yep.
Place.
Oh, yep. Now, I want you to be able to stand straight up, relax, don't hover over him, don't be a helicopter parent. If he chooses to sit or if he chooses to lay down, then you reward him. But not, so if you have to help them get back onto their place, they don't get paid. They only get paid if they go to their beds without assistance and without constant reminder to stay there.
Would Chandler just wait him out till he sits down or lays
Yep.
down?
Yep, wait him out. So the key here is while he's actually watching what Joey's doing, okay? So, Chris, hot dang.
Good boy.
Okay, awesome. That was beautiful. Invite them to come off, say break, and walk away carrying the leash with you.
Good boy.
Nice, good. No reward other than you can pet them and say good boys, okay? This is homework. I want you to do it 2 to 3 repetitions, getting on, staying there, paying them, good boys, waiting a couple of minutes, bringing them off, that's a repetition.
Okay.
2 to 3 of those, 2 to 3 times a day.
Okay.
It should take you a total of 10 minutes out of your day.
Joey, please.
Beautiful. Reward.
Hey.
Yep. Stand up straight. Hold the very end of your leash, nice and relaxed. I don't want any restraining of keeping them there. I want them to be able to do it on their own. The leash is just there to prevent them from running away too far. Okay, awesome. Chandler. And Rachel, while Chris is getting Chandler on, Rachel, you pay Joey for any significant improvement in his attempt to stay there. Okay.
Place.
What if he's just doing the same thing?
That's perfect. Reward him. So reward him for being good and staying there and not choosing to get off.
Good boy.
Go ahead and give him a treat. That was good. Nice. Yeah, perfect. So if you notice effort on their parts to do what you're asking them to do, you can reward them with a treat. But if you notice that they're backsliding and they're not really getting it, don't reward them with a treat. You can guide them. You don't have to discipline them and be mad at them and frustrated. That was very good, Chris. Awesome. Okay. Break, come off, and walk away.
Joey, break.
Chandler,
Yep.
break.
Just walk away from it. Yep. There you go. So just so you know, break is also kind of a command. You have to treat it like a command. Otherwise, the dogs don't know what break means. Okay. Chandler's like, hey, I get treats if I get up on this thing.
Chandler, please.
Yep. It does help if you point. Yep. It does help if you point. Yep. There you go. Reward. Good job. Awesome. Now have Chandler practice staying there while Joey goes on.
Joey, please.
Awesome. Pay him, Chris. Look at that. That was good. Now, take a step away. Be prepared to go back if they come off. Hot dang diggity dog. Go give them a whole payload of treats. That was awesome. Both of them. See? Awesome. Break. Go get them. Take the leash. Guide them off. Say break.
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 Good job. Awesome. End of exercise.
So in the potty training puppy book, it says to feed them in an open space, but you've been instructing us to feed them in their crates. Should we just stick with the crate thing?
When it comes to multi-dog households, I always 100% recommend you feed your dog in a crate,
Okay.
probably for the rest of their lives. Okay. For a single dog household, I recommend you feed them in the crate in the beginning when you're first introducing crate training, because it builds up a positive association with the crate. Once the dog is completely comfortable and cool and chill in the crate, like your guys are, you can totally take them out of it, like stop feeding them in the crate and feed them somewhere else. Okay. But when it comes to multi-dog households, I want to make sure that I don't have any conflict over food, period. So instead of constantly having to monitor them and intervene in situations like that, I'm just going to avoid it. You feed each other, you feed each of them in their crates, and they're good. They're fine and dandy. Rachel?
Dogs sleep in crates?
Yes.
Your dogs?
Yep.
And they will
Yep.
for their whole lives?
Whatever.
Yeah. The reason being, a couple of reasons. It's like, for me, I have noticed dogs who are not consistently crated lose that talent, lose that skill, and they then, if they ever need to be crated in the future, i.e., if you guys come and stay with me while you're out of town, they're going to be crated while they're here. I
Yeah.
can't have dogs running around in my
Right.
house, right? So
Right.
if they're going to come and stay here, yes, they will be crated. If they go and stay like at a vet's office and they have to be boarded overnight because they had surgery or something, like if you plan on neutering them, they're going to have to be okay with being confined in a kennel. They're going to have to be okay at the groomer, right?
Mhm.
There's a whole number of reasons as to why and when they might be kennelled. So I want my dogs to have that skill set. Anytime I leave the house, especially if I'm like running errands, the safest place for my dogs is in the crate.
Mhm.
It just prevents any and all issues, mayhem, getting into the garbage, getting scared or startled of something and freaking out and, getting stuck somewhere, or heaven forbid, breaking through a window. That does happen. Okay. I've heard horror stories of dogs jumping from second floor windows because they were terrified of like fireworks or, a backfiring engine or, gunfire or something like that. Just really scary stuff. Okay. So not that my dogs would ever do that. My dogs are chill, and Bandit thinks fireworks are cool. He wants to go eat them as opposed to run away. But the safest place for them to be is in the crate.
Should our puppies are they candidates for like I forgot, is it called the prong collar?
Yeah, the prong collar, the nasty medieval torture device.
Yeah, that seems fantastic. So, so when we take them for walks, like it's very hit and miss. Like they're just full of energy, and if I run with them for like a couple minutes, then they're like totally chill and will walk next to me how they should.
Yes.
I don't know if that's something we should be looking into getting.
Look how cute they are.
That's adorable. It's an adorable medieval torture device.
Yep. These are the teeny little ones that I sell for all of the 10 and under pounds.
Okay.
Okay. So your guys are probably definitely going to be within this range. Okay. Yes, and you guys can get both of them. These are a little pricey, so I will ask you to help compensate for that.
Yeah.
These are $30 a piece.
Okay.
Okay. So I have plenty in the box. So you can take one for Joey and take one for Chandler. If you ever need extra links, because these come apart. Okay, each one of them, you can dismantle this whole thing.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, that was a little easier than the other. Okay, there we go. So you can take them apart and add additional links. If you ever need more, don't go and try and find them, because I guarantee you won't be able to.
Yeah.
I special order these from a trainer in Seattle. So, oops, ouch. If you need extras, just let me know. I always have extras on hand. Okay.
Okay.
Now, to get it on and off, it has this little clasp here.
Mhm.
Come on, baby. There we go. So it's just a little buckle snap thingy. Okay. Yes, but these are lovely. They're wonderful, amazing tools. You saw me walking the puppies and doing all that awesome stuff.
Yeah.
In the videos. Okay. So anyway, I have those here. Whenever you want to stop by, I can hand those to you.
Rachel's a little nervous about them. But
Rachel, I want you to wear one.
No, I'm not wearing
yeah.
one.
Wear it as a choke necklace.
Children, I might want to put them on.
The reason why I use them is obviously I love my puppies. I love all my dogs that come, right? I'm not gonna use anything that's gonna cause them serious injury. The reason why I like them, it's starting to get stuffy in here, is because the way that the prong collar is designed, it actually prevents them from choking themselves. Okay.
Mhm.
As it tightens around the neck, it actually does not put all the force in the front of the throat like this, like a normal collar would, right? It actually disperses the entire weight of the dog pulling around the entire neck. It is the safest collar you could ever use, and by far way more effective than a harness.
So if I go back to work, I'm not at home. I know you've talked about just dogs just stay in their crates like all day at work, but if our puppies where they're at the point or that they're at, let's say in a couple of weeks I go back to work in an office in a normal office, is they just gonna have to suck it up while we're gone? And
if that is very likely to happen, I suggest you start building up their ability to hold it now. Okay, my recommendation would be this: if at all possible, work it out with your employer to like take a lunch break and come home and let them out. Or hire a neighbor, like somebody to just come and let them out to go pee. But in the interim, like starting as soon as possible, start building up their ability to hold it throughout the day. So like, for instance, instead of the standard 2 hours in, 1 hour out, what I want you to do is now do 3 hours in and 4 hours in and 5 hours in. Okay. I don't know how well they'll be able to hold it for, like, 5 hours is pushing it for them, because take a look at their size of their bladder.
Yeah.
Okay, how much can that realistically hold, right? So
we're kind of in a weird spot too. Like if I did go back to work, Rachel's only got like a month left of work and then she's home for the summer.
true.
So it's like we're kind of in a weird spot. So
kind of a weird spot. So then back in the fall, when Rachel starts back up with school again, they should be old enough and mature enough now that they can hold it.
Okay. Super helpful. I really appreciate it, Sarah.
Yeah.
You're welcome. So remember your homework. What are you doing?
Working on place 3 times a day, 3 sets of doing that, right?
3 reps, 3 times a day. Yep.
Nice. And then
Like workouts.
I just like to work out. We're doing 3 days with the puppies, and then
There you go.
and then yeah, I took notes, but yeah, they calming the voice down, just kind of monotone.
Yep. Well,
And
and
not
making,
monotone,
just
but,
adding
yeah.
clarity. Yeah, just add clarity to what you're saying. So make sure that you know, like, make sure that they know who you're talking to. And you do that by saying, Joey, eye contact, come. Chandler, eye contact, come, or place, or sit, or down, or whatever. Yeah. Always make sure that you have eye contact before you give a command.
Awesome.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Next time we meet, I want to see you both doing place, going on and coming off at the same time with control over your dog, which one you're handling. And I want you to swap owners too. I don't want you to be, I don't want Chris always working with Chandler, and I don't want Rachel always working with Joey. I want to see both. So that's my challenge to you. You've got a few weeks, practice, work up to it. Okay. And if you fumble, you fumble. It's okay. Don't worry. Mistakes are stepping stones to success. Okay.